Finish name, Grand Slam, the red for no loss. There's only one opposition today, so valid time at kill, but we will have a wild card in there just to keep us sort of amused. Training, we're going to have to make sure we target the sort if it's Any questions?
On today's Top Gear, we'll be looking at the new 5 Series BMW, the epic Ford GT, and Porsche's fearsome GT3. Hello! Now, when we were putting this new type of Top Gear together, we made a decision. We would not squander the licence fee payers' money on airfares jetting off to the other side of the world to drive cars. We would wait for them to come to us. This was a hard and fast rule, and it would never be broken. I've come to Detroit, which in my defence is not exactly Saint-Tropez. God may have created the world in 6 days, but while he was resting on the 7th, Beelzebub popped up and did this place. Back in the 60s, Detroit was the home of Motown and Motor City. But the riots of '67 left it a deserted and shattered shell. So, I haven't come here for a holiday. I've come here for something even better. This is the new Ford GT. It's the first proper supercar ever made in America. It was built to celebrate Ford's 100th birthday. But there's a lot more to it than that. Over the years, there have been a couple of attempts to try and rekindle the GT40 magic. There was the GT70, which I bought. Here it is, look, doors open and everything. Fantastic. And then in 1995, there was the GT90. I actually drove this, and it was horrid. Had a top speed of 40, and it handled like it was in a cartoon. Ford realised that the only way forwards was to go backwards. This is the result. It looks almost identical to the old GT40, although because this one was built in America, it is bigger than the one built in Britain, longer, wider and taller, but still just as good looking. This car shows that the desolate and smashed city of Detroit, one of the most dangerous places on Earth, is not quite dead. It's still coughing up blood and guts. Don't think, however, that this is just some evolutionary throwback. Ford wanted it to be much more than a pretty face. They wanted it to handle like a Lotus Elise, sound like a Honda NSX, shock like a Lamborghini Diablo, and go like a Ferrari 360. Now on that last front, the speed thing, I think they may have overdone it. You see, it offers up 500 brake horsepower, and that's 100 more than you get from a 360. And you get twice the torque over twice the rev range. So with its top speed of 200 miles an hour, this thing once again will blow Ferrari into the middle of next week. Obviously, you don't get the sense that the engine was made by craftsmen using techniques passed from father to son over the generations, because, of course, it wasn't. Actually, the 5.4-litre supercharged V8 is lifted out of one of Ford's pickup trucks. This, then, is a blue-collar car with a blue-collar punch. It's a working-class hero.